One way or another, let's talk through how this process works. I was on the radio when I saw this news yesterday. Mayfield is being released. My first thought was, he'll be in San Francisco in 15 minutes. It's obviously not nearly that simple. Take us through it.
Greedy, after the trade deadline, all players, including veterans, are subject to being claimed. So right now, and it marries the draft order, San Francisco would be 25th in that order. So any team 1 through 24 that puts in a claim before 4 o'clock today would get Baker Mayfield in his contract approximately $1.3 million. So therefore, it would be surprising if he made it all the way down to San Francisco.
So to be clear, if he were to send signals, because you've done this for a living, if he were to send signals, his agent were to send signals, San Francisco is really where he wants to go. Other teams aren't going to honor that?
No, they're not, because if I'm looking for a quarterback in 2023, I have a free look, don't have to give up a draft choice to get somebody who was the first pick in the draft. So I would be stung, Greeny, even if those signals went out, if some team didn't put in a claim.
So then let me turn to my insider extraordinaire, Mr. Graziano, over here and ask you, if not Baker Mayfield, then what? What are we hearing is the plan in San Francisco where Garoppolo goes down? They've got the kid Purdy right now. They bring up Josh Johnson. Is there another move out there for this team?
I'm looking at, like, I don't see Montana or Steve Young on the graphic, right? Like that. Like, it's not really. Look, no. I mean, it's week 14. I mean, these guys are not sitting out there waiting to be signed. My understanding is, Purdy's a guy that they like. He's been there the whole offseason, the whole season. They think. The whole point of this team was, we build it around the quarterback and kind of prop him up a little bit. So I think that was the plan with Trey Lance. It was the plan with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's going to be the plan with Brock Purdy. Imperfect, yes, but that's what they have.
So, Neek, that brings us the big question. Are the 49ers Super Bowl contenders right this minute?
I think if you thought they were Super Bowl contenders last week, you think they're Super Bowl contenders this week. I honestly, we saw Brock Purdy step in the first quarter, and it didn't seem like this team missed much of a beat. I understand that maybe they'll get some tape on Brock Purdy, but it's not like Brock Purdy it's like we're going from Flacco to Lamar Jackson. You're going from Jimmy G to Brock Purdy. I don't think that there's going to be a defensive scheme that can account for the talent that they have around them. And frankly, as good as that defense is, you're never asking for much from a San Francisco quarterback. And you can look at, I think, Dan Orlovsky said this at the beginning of the season, and it stuck with me, that Kyle Shanahan's never had a bad quarterback. He's played some bad quarterbacks out there, but he's never had a quarterback play just totally badly. So I kind of have a little faith in this team.
Well enough to win. We're not talking about winning a game here or there. We're not talking about keeping the season afloat. He's going to have to be the captain of the ship going all the way. Can they win a championship that way?
No, because I said they couldn't before. So, that's my point is, if you look at what we've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo, though he looks incredibly handsome next to these guys, kind of like me right now next to you guys, he is not a very, very good quarterback. You look at his playoff record, his playoff stats, they've been bad. Not mediocre, bad.
But when you look at his record in San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan with Jimmy G, and then everybody else, the Nick Mullins of the world and the Brian Hoyers, it's dramatically better with Jimmy. That's the facts.
But why? Why?
Because he's a good quarterback, and maybe he hasn't been great in the playoffs.
Well, you answer the question. Why?
No, I think it's because he is a good quarterback and he works in that system, but everything around him is great. That's the difference.
You know that he's 3-0 lifetime in the playoffs when he doesn't throw a touchdown pass?
Nice. Good strategy. Let's take our court. You know what I can do? I can not throw a touchdown pass.
I could go in there and not throw a touchdown pass.
Right.
Did it last weekend.
With Jimmy Garoppolo, this team had a legitimate chance to win the Super Bowl. There's no way. Look, Brock Purdy, I was encouraged like everybody else. I don't think there's any chance that they could go beat Philly or Dallas.
My point is, the reason why we focus on the quarterback so much in many different situations is there comes down to a moment where you need somebody to make the play. And because the quarterback has the ball, it's normally going to be the quarterback. Did you believe that Jimmy Garoppolo was capable of that? Because we haven't seen him do it yet. So if you did not believe that Jimmy Garoppolo was capable of that, and you also thought they were Super Bowl contenders, then it hasn't changed because you don't think Purdy is either. Well, actually, with Purdy, you got a maybe. We've never seen him in the playoffs. With Jimmy G, we've seen it.
They got this close to pulling it off, right? Yeah. This close to pulling it off without him having to make a play. He threw 8 passes in the NFC Championship game, and they won it and went to the Super Bowl. And then they almost beat the Chiefs, and he needed to make one throw to an open receiver, and guess what? He didn't make it.
No one's standing here arguing that Jimmy Garoppolo belongs in the conversation with Joe Montana and Steve Young. But at least he is a proven commodity who has experience and has done it and has won games. You're putting Mr. Irrelevant out there. I'm using that literally. That's who he was, the last pick in the draft, and saying, win us a championship, kid. I'm not saying he can't, but if he does, it'll be the first time it has ever happened. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.